Hey guys, it's Cameroon and welcome back to another video. Now today, during BlizzCon's opening ceremony, plenty of stuff was revealed for Overwatch 2. That includes the new tank Mauga, 2 new sneak peeks to upcoming DPS support heroes, and a new PvP mode called Clash. Today, we will just be focusing on all of the reveals and not too much into all of the details, because that's for tomorrow when they reveal even more stuff. But first, let's talk about the new tank Mauga. This guy is huge! And if you didn't already know, Mauga was revealed 4 years ago in an Overwatch short story and is finally coming to Overwatch as the 39th hero in the game. He's got a whole range of abilities, so that's what we'll talk about right now. Let's first talk about his base stuff. He has 650 HP by default and has 2 firing options. He's got the incendiary chain gun, which is his primary fire, which ignites enemies on repeated impacts. From my experience, it takes around 10 to 15 shots to ignite. Then, his secondary fire is called volatile chain gun, which deals critical damage to burning enemies. So you can see that his primary and secondary fire work hand in hand with each other. No pun intended. And from what I can tell, crits work with Ash's dynamite as well. You can also fire both chain guns at the same time to increase your DPS, but you do move slower as a result though. Moving over to his abilities, he has Overrun, which is ability 1 or left shift, where it's similar to Reinhardt's charge, where you charge forward and at the end you stomp, launching enemies up. You're also unstoppable while charging, but I'm not sure what that means, because it says that you can't be stopped and like certain abilities like Graphitic Flux can't pick you up, but I swear I saw him get slept one time when that happened. I could be wrong, but I think more testing will need to be done to figure out what actually stops him and what doesn't. Then he has Cardiac Overdrive, which is ability 2 or E by default, where nearby allies take reduced damage and heal themselves when they deal damage. This ability may seem strong, but it doesn't last too long, so you can endure it or wait it out. I don't think it's going to be as problematic as it might sound. Moving on to his passive, it's called Berserker, and it's similar to how Doomfist gains temporary health. Mauga will gain temporary health through critical damage rather than abilities. So that damage could be through headshots or using his volatile chain gun on burning enemies to give criticals. You can give yourself up to 150 temporary health with a total of 800 HP if you're not taking damage. And finally, we have his ultimate cage fight, where you deploy a barrier that traps yourself and enemies in it. You'll all be chained to the center and you can't leave this barrier. You gain unlimited ammo while also inside this barrier, so you're going to be doing a lot of damage if you trap people inside there. As like an example, if you're firing both your primary and secondary fires at the same time while in this ult, you're not stopping anytime soon, and you'll be dealing massive damage because Mauga has insane DPS in close range. But when you're using this ultimate, be sure to place it in areas that don't have much cover, so that in that space, enemies cannot hide from you. But that's all of his abilities. If you want to know more about him, you can try him out right now in game for the duration of BlizzCon, so Saturday or tomorrow will be your last chance to try him early. Be warned though, the tank queue times are brutal. I was up to 20 minutes before I found one of my matches, so just be ready for that. My early impressions of him, he seems like a lot of fun and probably benefits the most in rush and maybe brawl compositions, so you're going to want to be running Lucio Baptiste to help him out. He's got a whole bunch going for him and seems like he can make an impact on the game, whether it be his massive DPS potential or supportive ability. He kind of has it all. Of course, he has no shield besides his ultimate, so be careful on positioning on other roles when playing with him. I like him a lot, and here's an early clip from one of my games with him. It's cool. Like, it's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Now that's the big thing revealed for today, but we did receive 2 sneak peeks for the next upcoming heroes. Venture is the next DPS hero coming to Season 10, and the new support hero, which is codenamed Space Ranger, is coming Season 12. Nothing more is known about them just yet, besides what they may potentially look like. We'll be getting more info about them during BlizzCon. Moving on, Competitive will be receiving an update in 2024 with a new system and rewards. We knew that the system was going to get overhauled, but they never mentioned the rewards. So it's nice to see that rewards will be getting some changes too. Maybe more camos or exclusive competitive skins for seasons. Those all sound really cool to me. We will also have more information revealed throughout BlizzCon. The last bit of information that we got during the opening ceremony is a new PvP mode is in the works called Clash. Clash, as described by Aaron Keller, has 5 points positioned in a row, where teams will be in constant back and forth battle for control of these points. The middle is the first to be opened, and when you capture it, you push the other team back and you push forward. This mode, from what I could tell, seems to be like Momentum, where your team needs to push the other team back and capture all points. You can also reach the maximum score as well to win. The reason they include that is if you ever played Momentum before, it's a game mode that can last forever. If you capture 1 point, but then they defend the next, so then they push you back, it would just keep going on. So adding a score limit is very wise. Alongside this new mode, we'll be going back to the setting of Hanamura, but the new map will be different to enable the new mode, and it's called Hanaoka. This is awesome to hear because there are so many maps that have just been left behind because Assault or 2CP is no longer a normal mode in the game, and hopefully the devs continue to go back to these original maps and Overwatch 2ify them. They have so much existing things to work with, so maybe they can produce more maps more frequently. And lastly, to celebrate BlizzCon, there is a free Warcraft Rumble bundle in the shop right now. It comes with a name card, player icon, and spray. It's free, so you should definitely grab it. But that is everything I want to talk about in this video. Mauga is a ton of fun, and I hope you all are enjoying playing him too, or will enjoy playing him when you get the chance. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video or found it useful, and if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Enjoy BlizzCon, the new tank, World Cup, or anything else, and I will talk to you all later.